Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, people. Hello and welcome to Footy Judge More, people. Welcome to another stream. There is international break. There is not a lot to talk about, but there is actually some news that about the trio of Liverpool, Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk.
It's going to be an exciting transfer. Exciting international break, though.
Why is it exciting?
Because we've got a new manager. Why are you not excited? I'm excited to watch England. I swear to God, I'm excited. This is different. It's a different feeling.
Anybody care about
it? Can't get any worse.
Nobody care.
I don't know, man.
Nobody
I don't know,
cares.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to see England play under a new manager.
Really?
Yeah. It's been what? How many years of that horrible football have we had to endure?
He's not exciting. Thomas Tuchel.
No, I know, but it's not a case where I'm going to be excited for every international break now. But it's the first one under a new manager after many years.
You do know we've got Jordan Henderson midfield again.
No, he won't start. He's just there to, you know what I mean? Just like put his hand on Skelly's shoulder and say, "Listen, mate, like this is where the training, this is where the pitches that we train, this is where the hot tub is." He's not actually there to play football. Trust me.
We'll see. But big up everybody that is here. Hit that like button, people. Who got Don, of course, Mack and Dylan. And there are news about Chelsea, of course. They are targeting Real Madrid players for some whatever reason. I don't know why, but they are. They are trying to replace their wingers. Noni Madueke is linked to a move away to AC Milan. But that is not confirmed. But why are Chelsea wingers failing? And will Chelsea make the top 5? I think we'll have to wait and see, of course. As for Arsenal, of course, Arteta is staying. I don't know why Arsenal are targeting Bruno Guimaraes and Zubimendi. They don't need a midfield revamp. But it's good if they can get both. I doubt they can get both. And what about Liverpool's rebuild? I don't think you'll get either, to be honest.
No, you're right. You're right. I've seen this all before, trust me.
I don't think you'll get neither, to be honest.
You're not wrong.
It's all links. Bruno Guimaraes, Isak between Arsenal and Liverpool. I'm going to start with Don, actually, asking this question before we go to Chelsea. If I'm asking you a straight question, if Isak is to leave Newcastle, if they don't make Champions League, you believe your team will make Champions League football? Don.
I'm not overly confident. I mean, we can.
Yeah, but you believe that they can, right? Like
we can definitely make top 5, innit? We can make it.
Yeah. Yeah, if Newcastle miss on top 5, I think Isak might be on the move. That is not confirmed. That is the news that is going around. Would you, if you are telling him, if you're advising him, would you tell him go Arsenal or Liverpool? If there's only two choices.
It depends. It depends what Liverpool do in the summer, innit? Like if they get rid of Salah, they get rid of obviously Trent. I reckon is gone, and Van Dijk goes as well. That's basically their core, bro. you're talking about world-class players leaving. You know what I mean? It's not going to be easy to just straight away compete and go on to win the league. And on top of that,
Diaz
we already
as well.
know. Say that again, bro.
Diaz as well.
Diaz, I mean, I'm not really counting Diaz because he's not a world class.
Oh,
It's
he's
not
well-
that
he's not
important.
well
Yeah,
class.
I'll
Anyway.
see more.
Yeah,
Cash
like-
the Premier League in the whole squad.
Yeah, they're missing. They're going to be losing out on winners. They're going to be losing out on world class talent. And right now, bro, you already know the football world class. The level has dropped, bro. Like there isn't many players like a Van Dijk or like a Trent in the market. You know what I'm trying to say? It's gonna be part of them rebuilding again. And at the same time, we all know FSG, bro. They don't want to cash out like that. It's all about trying to find these shrewd signings. They've got the money. They've got the money to spend, bro. We saw that. They fucking beat the British record and whatnot for Caicedo. So they do have the money there, but again, they don't want to do that. They want to go and spend on the 30, 40 million players that they can, turn into world-class players, right? Whereas if Arsenal show real ambition, they go and sign a new midfielder that can score more goals for them. They go and sign, I don't know, they go and sign Semenyo or they try and show ambition to sign a Nico Williams, you know what I mean? Something like that. Then you can clearly see, okay, these guys are being quite serious. They want to go and win the league. I can be that final piece of the puzzle, right? So I would look at it more as where am I going to win more things in the next 5 years, right? Liverpool in the next 5 years, bro, with their owners, it's looking like they could fall off. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys, they don't always want to open their purse, innit? That's the facts of it. You know what I mean? Whereas Arsenal, the Kroenkes, cool, they are a little bit self-sustainable themselves, but I think that they'll maybe show a little bit more ambition. I would say a little bit more ambition, maybe. So it depends. It depends what club wants to show more ambition. That's the answer, man. I hope that answers your question, Mo.
Yeah, it did actually. And it actually aligns with my answer, actually. Because I think if Liverpool let Salah and Trent and Van Dijk go, these guys are not ambitious enough. They aren't, to be honest. Like Arsenal are more ambitious than them. And
Sometimes player power, though, man. Player power is the real thing. Players.
what do you mean
really-
player power? There's no player power here. These guys want contracts. They are performing. They're asking the ownership to give them contracts. They're not giving them contracts. I think it's a simple math. They don't see them as assets that they want to tie to the club. That's simple.
No, I think we're all looking at it a little bit wrong, to be honest. Like,
By the way, you're
Okay, so
lagging
you look
because
at-
I think you're blurring the background.
so you look at you look at all those three. Yeah, you got Trent, you got Virgil, you got Mo. Yeah, Hughes and Edwards came into the club, and they were already in 12 months of their contract expiring. The club have got no power. No power. Edwards and Hughes have got no power whatsoever. Like, there's no way they were going to go to the table with their agents because their agents had all of the power and they were just sat there going, right, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for their contracts to wind down. We're going to wait for clubs to get interested. And then we're going to speak to Liverpool. And then we're going to get exactly what we want. And, they're after what, 3 years? They're after a pay rise. I don't think they're after a pay rise. I think they're after exactly the same money. Not Trent, by the way. Trent's gone. I don't think there's ever been conversations with Trent staying. It's probably been one-way traffic with Trent. Like, we've been talking to him and he's just been saying no. His agent's just been saying no. He's going to Real Madrid. But Mo and Virgil, they want the same money. The problem is the length of contracts. They want 3 years. We want to give them 2 years. And it's whoever budges.
But they are okay. To be honest with you,
It's whoever
this is-
budges.
yeah,
Like,
but they are free signings though for you. Like, yeah, basically
They're not
these
free
people are
signings.
free signings.
that's not how we work, though, Mo. We work
Yeah,
on a budget, and
If Liverpool
their
don't
wages are going to go into the money that comes out of the club in the next year or two, depending on how long their contracts are. So all of this will be calculated into what the club spends.
would you?
Because we all know
Oh,
FSG don't spend any money. It's what the club
it's
makes
actually crazy.
is what we spend. I know it's crazy.
It's
I know it's crazy.
Would you?
man.
Don,
And
would
you've
you
got the
take
money.
Van
That's
Dijk
my
and
part.
Salah?
That's what I'm saying. You've got the money to spend, bro. Like they clearly showed us last summer, right? Because you go and dilly dally for Lavia, because you don't want to pay the 50 million, however much it was. You waste his time. You dilly dally with it. You see Chelsea can't get off the line of Caicedo. You know what we're gonna do? 110 million on the table, right? But you're dilly dallying over 50 million. So Liverpool they've got the money, bro, but they haven't got the owners.
We were dilly-dallying. 10 million for Lavia. We wouldn't go
Yeah.
to 60 million for Lavia, and that's why we lost him.
Exactly, bro. You would have got him if it wasn't for what you were all doing. You would have got the guy. Like he
Look,
definitely.
we were
In,
like we should spend a lot of money, and that's the reason why Isak will probably go to Arsenal if he goes anywhere.
If
We're not going to spend 150
if they don't make
million
top
on him.
5, you think he's going to go to Arsenal, not
We're
Liverpool?
not going to spend 150
What do you
million
think we're not
on
going to
him.
make top 5?
Not you. If Newcastle don't make top 5, Isak said he wants to play Champions League.
yeah, but
Chelsea's an option. Is Chelsea an option, Don?
By the way,
What
just
do you
saying.
We
Just saying
inquired last season.
are
We
we saying
inquired
like
last season.
are we saying like Forest nailed on top 5? Like,
No, but that's not. Yeah, Forest are going to make top 5 for sure.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just working out. You said
Yeah,
I'm not-
Forest are
I'm
going to
not-
make top 5.
Listen. I've been saying these guys are a very good team from when we played them, bro. Like early doors. Like we played them early doors. I was at the bridge. I saw these guys and I was like, yo, these guys are very good. That's why I was actually praising Arsenal a lot when they beat them, because I haven't seen a team do that to Forest this season. Really, not many teams have done that. You know, who was it that smoked them the other week? There's been only a couple of teams that have done that to them this season.
Newcastle. I think
Yeah, no.
Newcastle-
They lost 7 and then they won
Newcastle.
5.
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Bournemouth.
No, you're talking about Brighton, bro.
I think Newcastle slapped them as well. That's St James's.
Newcastle. Yeah, they haven't lost. Have they lost for 7 this season?
I
They have
might,
been.
maybe they slapped Newcastle. It was at St James's.
Yeah,
I can't
the
remember.
point that I'm making is this season they've been very consistent. So when Arsenal beat them, I said that's a very impressive win because they are a good team,
Yeah.
right? But it's like I need to see in it. Like we're in the final few games and whatnot. I don't think they've solidified it yet. Maybe I'll probably say 2-3 more wins in it, and then we'll see, because they could end up on the beach. All of a sudden they drop in points and then they start to drop. You know, City start to fix up a little bit more. I don't know. All of a sudden, Chelsea start to pick up form again. So yeah, I think they've got a good chance of making top 5, but I don't think they've solidified it yet.
We'll see what's how it goes, guys. Can we get to
I'd look
100?
out.
Guys, hit that.
Go on.
Mac, are you lagging behind us?
Am I?
Because of the-
Okay, hang on 2 seconds. Let me come out and
It's
back in.
the
again.
it's no. It's not gonna. It's the blur behind you. But that's what happens with StreamYard. Guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? Hit that like button, people. Also, all the guys' channels are in the description. Let's get the likes up to 100 at least, guys. The percentage is not there. The ratio is not there. Go ahead, Mac. What do you want to say? That's
Yeah. So
better.
what I was saying is, watch out on Brighton, because Brighton are the 3rd highest scoring point team this year, behind Arsenal and Liverpool. Like, watch out for them, because they picked up a lot of form since they got that thumping. I can't remember
So
who they
many
got
teams
thumped
are.
by.
Hold on, Brighton are only 2 points behind Chelsea.
Bro, Mo, we
Yeah,
gave
Brighton,
them a confidence.
look out on Brighton.
telling you,
Mo,
bro.
look at the whole
They're
top
coming.
10. Look at 10th place to like 5th. They're all on like the same
Wait,
points.
Hold on. If Brighton beat if Brighton beat Aston Villa, they have easy games. They have Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
We know they can win. They have Leicester. They can be really in contention to actually make this top 5 thing.
Mo,
Yeah, they
it's
are.
because they won.
And they have
they won
West Ham
6
at
games.
home as well.
Yeah, but the thing is though, Mo, yeah, they won 6 games in a row. It's very similar to Newcastle. Remember when Newcastle were like lingering in like 11th, 12th, and then they won 6 games in a row. They shot
Yeah.
all the way up, right? So Brighton, all it takes is draws, losses, and then you're gonna see them drop down again, bro. Like right now, 6 wins in a row is not easy to do, and I don't think they're gonna keep winning games. You know what I'm saying? So
They've got an
yeah,
easier
they
run than
aim
most
for
other
top
teams.
6.
They've got an easier run than most other teams.
They
That's
do.
what we're
They
saying.
do. I think they're in the top 6 shout. Top in terms of top 4. I don't see them getting top 4. But top 6, yeah, I think they're in for a shout for that.
I think they're in for a shot for top 5 as well. I just looked at their fixtures.
That's
I think
a
they
good
are.
point. That's a good point. But yeah,
top
Brighton,
5. It's top 5. So I think they can get top 5, 100%.
they play open, expansive football, innit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're playing a team like Brighton, most of the time you're gonna have a lot of space to work with. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
they played us, it was very easy to defend against us. They just sat back and countered us. But usually they don't play like that. Usually, bro. They're very expensive. So yeah, I can still see a few more twists. But it's interesting. It's interesting, man.
Can I ask you, before we go to Chelsea, I want to ask you about the wingers and stuff.
Mm.
Are we saying that Man City will make Champions League no matter what?
Yeah, they will.
Yeah, they will.
No one is doubting Man City making Champions League.
No.
I'm pretty sure LB feels like me, where he's not really confident right now because of how he's.
That's actually not like the real LB, but fine.
That's not the real LB. Oh,
No.
but yeah,
Okay.
listen. With them, they should be making it, but right now, let me even go look at the table right now, yeah, to see what teams should be confident. Like Arsenal should be confident that they'll get top 4 now, right?
I don't know, you know.
Arsenal
Winning against Chelsea helps. You know what? I think we're just stinking our way through and just trying to make sure we get Champions League football this season. Like it's because the football's so bad. Like honestly,
Bro.
every single game I watch, we could easily lose, but we don't, and we're winning them. Like we could, if Chelsea were half good at football and had some half decent attackers, like we could have easily. Look, I was in the Emirates on the weekend. I'm at that game, and it's so weird because it's like, I swear to you, right? Chelsea didn't feel like scoring, and I didn't feel under threat at any stage in the game. Like I've never. I think I can't remember what chance someone said. One of the most comfortable 1-0s of all time. Like there was no even when they're attacking. Like the closest they came was Cucurella kicking it straight at Raya, and the ball just goes for his legs and nearly went in, but it didn't. Like that was the closest they came from their left back. Like none of their attackers caused us any.
Chelsea had
problems
60% possession at the Emirates.
But I think other teams.
Yeah, but that's by design. That's by design.
But the thing is, but the thing is, when you actually look at how we were set up and the personnel that we played, that's the reason why we didn't create anything, bro. Right? You're playing. We basically had 2 midfielders out of position. You're playing Reece James, who's not a midfielder, right? You're playing Enzo Fernandez in a 10, who's not a 10. You know what I mean? You're playing Nkunku left wing, who I hate Nkunku on the wing. Yeah, even in midfield, he's been a bit meaty this season, but he's not a winger. I don't like Nkunku on the wing, bro. He's useless there.
But he was Nkunku. I thought you said Cuckoo. Like Cuckoo. Okay, no, never mind.
No. Yeah. Nkunku played on the wing. Second half, Maresca overlapped Cucurella, so Nkunku was playing more in like the left half space, but he was still shit, right? That game, you should have started George on the left, and then you start Sancho on the right, and then obviously you've got Neto up top as well. Yeah, so Nkunku, Sancho on the wings is nothing, bro. It's so much inverting. There's zero width, and obviously Neto up top against Saliba and Gabriel. He was the only one really that was trying to do anything in attack. Like you saw a couple of times he tried to run off the ball. Other than that, it was easy for Arsenal to defend, bro, because we had no creativity anywhere else. You know, the only cross I saw from us was in the second half. If you remember that chance when George crossed it to Cucurella and he headed it, that was it. Yeah. Other than that, Arsenal had one good chance that Sanchez saved, but offensively, you guys were shit. But it's even worse for you guys because you started your strongest midfield. You started Trossard and Martinelli. I know Marino's not a striker, but at least you had some width in the team. We didn't have any of that, bro. Yeah, we had about 5 players basically playing out of position. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Martinelli's also like, let's not act like Martinelli's like, especially Martinelli playing out of position. Like Martinelli not on the left is as bad as Martinelli anywhere on the pitch. Like Martinelli out on the right is horror.
I think he should have started Ethan. He should have started Ethan Nwaneri. But the point that I'm making is,
hold on. At least you are saying that you played players out of position. They also did. You were only missing that. You were only missing the striker, basically, and Cole Palmer.
We had our whole forward line.
Hold on. They were missing Saka and Kai Havertz, right? Basically,
that's missing. That's missing personnel. That's missing personnel. They had Ethan.
What you were missing is Cole Palmer, which is equal to Saka, and Kai Havertz equal to Jackson. That's all you had. Basically, I'm just gonna.
We played Fofana at right back. We played
right center back. No. So see, that's a manager's choice. It's a manager's choice.
And that's what I
said. Not because you were missing. It's a manager's choice. Right?
No, but we're missing. There's 2 things here, Mo. We're missing players, and on top of that, the way we were set up wasn't.
You weren't missing.
Right.
You're not really missing players. You could have played Nkunku up front, and you could have played Neto on the wing.
You were missing. So why?
Hold on. Let me answer that question because we are missing players, bro. We're missing Madueke. We're missing Jackson. We're missing obviously Mudryk.
You had a forward.
Let me finish what I'm saying. Yeah, we're missing Madueke on the right. We're missing Jackson up top, right? We only had 1 attack on the bench, which was Tyreek George. I don't want to hear this thing of playing Cuckoo up top because Cuckoo is shit up top. He's useless.
Missing Tyreek George. Who's Tyreek George?
Right? Tyreek George has been looking good in his cameos, bro. You might not know who he is. But
it's a cameo.
Bro. Yeah, okay. But that's what we're working with, bro. That's what we're working with, bro. Bro, George is a hold on. Bro. It doesn't matter if he's a forward or not. George is a better winger.
He the winner against Bournemouth, didn't he?
George is a better winger than Nkunku, right? Playing Nkunku up top is like when you lot play Jota up top. It's his shit, bro. It stinks.
I'd rather have Nkunku up top than Nunes for me.
bro. I'm telling you now. You're basically you're arguing shit with shit. I'll be honest with you. Nkunku's a good finisher.
I'm sorry.
Nkunku's a good finisher.
How are you? Can I just add about Tariq Josh? How are we looking now at Chelsea missing a player who played only 80 minutes the whole season in the league? That is not part of the first team. These are cameos.
Yeah, but but Mo, hold on, Mo. You're not comprehending what I'm saying, bro. Right? I don't care if George has played 5 minutes. I don't care if George has played 100 minutes. George is a better winger than Nkunku, right? And Nkunku shouldn't be starting ahead of him on the wing, because when he plays on the wing, he don't even exist on the pitch. He does nothing, bro. He does nothing on that side, right? I'd rather play someone who knows that role, right? A specialist in that role, right? Is George the best player in the world? No. But he's a
good youngster, good player.
Yeah,
it's a good youngster.
And the point that I'm making to you, Mo, is the team that we had the other day, right? Maresca should have set the team up better. Why is Reece in midfield? Yeah. Why are you playing Fofana at right back? You've got 2 right backs available to you, but you're playing Fofana at right back. You're playing 3 centre backs at the back, right? Nkunku, again, like I said, I don't want to see him starting ahead of George on the left. Bring Nkunku off the bench against tired legs, right? You could have started Nkunku down the middle if you wanted to fucking start him. You start him as a 10, yeah, and you play Enzo and Caicedo on the pivot, if anything, right? And then you have Reece helping them inverting a little bit, if anything. You know what I mean? So these are all things that he could have done to help us play better. Yes, we're missing players, but with the players that we had, he still had enough to set the team up better than what he did. And for me, he failed massively, bro. The way we were set up was shit.
Yeah, he did.
It was so bad.
Yeah, he did.
Why do you think the wingers? Why do you think your forwards are failing this season? If you can,
Bro,
Neto's failing.
Yeah,
Sancho's failing. Jackson is
Yeah, but
failing.
that's always
Nkunku's
tough.
failing.
he's putting too much trust in these wingers to basically take on 2 players every single time, bro. Right? Way too much trust in them, because he's not overlapping the fullbacks. I see a lot of the times where Sancho will get on the ball. You know, Sancho's not that explosive, not that direct.
Yeah.
What you need to do is help him by overlapping someone. He chooses not to do it, bro. You know what I mean? Right? Obviously, again, with our attackers as well, they get some good opportunities, but their conversion is fucking shocking. Our conversion is actually bottom 3 in the league, one of the worst in the league, right? We've created the most big chances, second to Liverpool, but our conversion rate, let me even read it out here because I checked it earlier, yeah?
So why is
Our
I say
conversion rate-
Chelsea are the best attacking side in the league?
Not been very good.
Our
either,
conversion
has it?
rate, listen to this. Worst conversion rate in the Prem in 2025. Leicester, 3.3%. Wolves, 7.8%. And then it's Chelsea on 8.6%. So there's that as well, right?
So why is
So
Arteta
our
saying
players,
they're the
our
best
players,
attacking team in the
our
league?
players are just shit in front of goal. They've not been clinical in front of goal. And another thing, just before you come in as well, bro, our players, yeah, our wingers especially, they're getting a lot of positions, right? Where, for example, you would know with Gakpo or Salah, they're getting good positions where they see the goalkeeper and they just quickly take a shot, quickly, right? To get the keeper off guard. You're not allowing the centre backs to get back into position to block it. Whereas with our wingers, what they like to do, they'll see the chance to shoot, they don't do it. And by the time they do it, it's getting blocked. By the time they do it, the goalkeeper's saving it. Whereas when I'm looking at Gakpo, even the goal he scored against Spurs, remember that goal that came, yeah? The ball comes to him, he takes a quick snapshot, bro. Doesn't allow the goalkeeper to get back into position. Our players don't see the goalkeeper's not in position properly. They dilly-dally. They want to walk it in. And by the time they shoot, opportunity is gone. You know what I'm saying? So there's multiple things here. There's Maresca, the players themselves. Again, accuracy is not being good enough. Confidence is low. Many factors here. It's not just one thing, bro. It's not just one thing.
Yeah, but that will continue next season unless you're not going to go and get new wingers, are you? Next season.
Oh, of course we are. Especially on the left. We're looking to bring in.
Haven't Chelsea got about 10 players coming in, like that are signed, that are out on loan, that are coming back? Like
who?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You've got
these
loads
guys
of
are getting sold.
Brazilians.
These guys are getting
You
sold.
seem to be
Sterling.
signing Brazilians and Portuguese players like they're going out of fashion.
Listen, Esteval's coming. He's a right winger and he can play as a 10 as well.
Do you think he'll fit in straight in the Prem, straight away? You think he'll slide in?
Bro, I don't want him to come in and basically be like our savior. I want guys like Neto and Sancho and these guys to rise. They need to show him the way, right?
But
How
how
are
You
are you
won't
going
sign Sancho. You won't sign Sancho.
I'm unlikely, man. Right now it's looking
You
unlikely.
should not sign him. Like
Allah, if Chelsea don't sign Sancho and they pay money to get out, everyone, bro, you know
my
what
God,
I'm
I saw a
talking
tweet.
about,
I saw a
Don.
tweet of the weekend.
You know what I'm talking about, Don. Bowlers FC. If Bowlers FC are in the mud, Sancho,
Bro,
they'll-
if Chelsea don't sign Sancho, he'll end up at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet in the weekend. Someone said they should have Man United and Chelsea should have a playoff at Wembley.
merry-go-round.
And the loser has to keep Sancho.
Bro, the thing about
Wembley,
Sancho, I know what he is, isn't it? He's a squad player, right? Who can help unlock low blocks.
He has
right?
to be more than that. He has to be more than that. I believe there's more to him.
Of course, he has to be more than that. That's why if we send him back, I'm not gonna cry about it. Like, I'm not gonna cry. You know what I mean? Like, there's players that I can buy that will give me more, right? But the point that I'm making here is that Sancho is a guy that can help break down low blocks. You know, when you're facing those low blocks, he likes those little passes, but he needs a lot of help, right? Sancho was at his best when he played with a target man, with a Haaland. You know what I mean? Sancho was at his best when he was at Dortmund with an overlapping fullback. We're not giving him these things, so we're making his job a lot harder, right? So he's just not that good. He's not as good as what we need him to be doing. It's as simple as that, bro. To be quite blunt, you know what I mean?
Did anybody? Let me just do the super chat. Big up Tevin. Thank you, Tevin, for the super chat. Every time we beat Chelsea, it's about setup and missing personnel. Never at the fact that Chelsea is just an inferior team to Arsenal.
So this is what they like to do, because why do you not like to ignore the fact that we played you early on in the season with our strongest team and we drew, right? We played you last season with our strongest team, both of us, our strongest 11 at the Bridge, and you got away with a draw because Sanchez wanted to give the ball straight to Declan Rice, right? We go to the Emirates, we change our defense, we start Alfie Gilchrist at right back, no Cole Palmer, no Gusto, Enzo injured, these lot beat us 5-0. But let's take away the context of who we put out. Same thing as the other day. We set up is completely wrong. You only beat us by a goal, right? Every time we've both had our 11, you haven't beaten us, bro. We haven't beaten you, but you haven't beaten us.
You think that both teams are equal?
Bro, I don't think there's much in it with Arsenal, bro. I think it's their defense, like I told you last week, Mo, right? We've scored the same amount of goals as these guys. Our midfield this season has been clear of these guys.
But then the defense is a big part of the team as well. Like, it's a big part of the team.
The main thing that stands out to me about Arsenal is their defense. Their attack, barring Saka, is meaty. Yeah, I don't rate their midfield like that either, right? The standout part of Arsenal's team is their defense, and they take quality.
Our midfield and defense is quality. Our attack is especially.
I don't rate your midfield.
No. The attack of Arsenal is especially poor, even with all our players fit, because Saka obviously brilliant, but the left-hand side and striker position is horror. The midfield and defense are elite. Like
your midfielders, bro. Declan Rice and Odegaard. Declan Rice and Odegaard, yeah, bro.
Odegaard's having an off season. Hold
on, bro. They are not
a quality player.
But listen, your midfield has not been more effective than mine this season, especially, bro. Right? Enzo Fernandez, and Palmer. Right? They have cleared these guys in terms of what they've been doing in terms of creating chances for us, especially, bro. In open play, yeah. In open play, none of your players are in there.
Odegaard's having an off season. We know this. He's having a bad season. He's He'll be back.
And you already know.
We've got Odegaard, hold on, let me
finish, bro, Dylan, yeah? And Rice ain't talking to the likes of Bruno, the likes of Kulu, the likes of Palmer when it comes to creating. You know what I mean? He's playing as an attacking. Hold on, Dylan. You see what I mean? Look.
Totally different type of player.
You see what they do?
One at a time. Why, Don, why are you comparing Rice to Bruno Fernandes?
Because he plays. Hold on, because he plays in an attacking midfielder position, right? And right now, he is not doing.
Odegaard does.
Oh, he plays as an 8, bro. He mainly plays as your 8. He barely plays as your 6, right? So if he's going to play as an 8, I expect him to do things I expect an 8 to be doing, right? Which is number one, creating a lot of chances in open play. But guess what? Rice ain't an 8. That's why he struggles to do it consistently, bro, right? But you don't like to take it to heart as if I'm lying about these things. You don't like the truth on your players, bro. All of you. Even now, even here, you're getting mad defensive, getting whoa.
No, but it's quite clear to see that whether they're playing in the same position is completely irrelevant. He's a completely different type of player. Like it's like comparing Roberto Firmino to Haaland. It's like Roberto Firmino is a completely different type of player. But he's still a brilliant player. Like,
yeah, but you're proving my point for me, though. You're proving my point. What you're basically saying is the players I've mentioned are better at creating chances than this guy. So when I'm telling you, I rate my midfield more than yours because they've been doing more in terms of the goals and the creativity and the assists. Yeah.
But that's because you've needed them to.
What do you mean? I've
needed them to? You needed them to create. Rice is a million
Cole Palmer FC.
What you're telling me? What you lot are telling me, right? Is you don't mind Rice playing in the 8, and basically because he's playing as an 8 and he's not an 8, you don't expect him to create any chances, basically, because that's not what he is. Is that what you're saying?
It's not that Thomas Partey creates a lot of chances, by the way. That's his thing.
No, you didn't answer my question. You didn't answer my question.
No,
You didn't
I
answer my
know
question.
exactly what you're saying. But at the end of the day, whether they're playing both in the 8, they're two different types of 8s, or if that's what you want to talk about. They're two different types of players. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you've got Firmino and Haaland are two different types of strikers. They're playing in the same position, but they're two different types of strikers. They're doing different things. You can't discredit Rice's ability to break down the ball, like his scoring ability, his passing ability. You can't break down all of these things because he's not putting up 17 GA in the season.
So basically, so you're happy with Rice playing as your 8 then, yeah, going forward.
Yeah, I'm more than happy. He's been our best midfielder since January. He's been our best midfielder since January. Partey was our best midfielder up until January. Still good, but not as good as Rice. And Odegaard's been well off it this season. I think we all know this.
Can I ask you something, Don? Why are you expecting Declan Rice to create chances? Why are you expecting Declan Rice to create chances?
Bro, what do you mean? Why am I expecting that, bro? Because he's playing in an advanced position. I know he's not going to be able to do it because he shouldn't be playing there. But the point that I'm making is, in comparison to my midfield, the chances I'm seeing Enzo creating this season, the chance I'm seeing Palmer creating this season, even Caicedo, the chance I'm seeing Caicedo creating from a 6th position, I'm not taking their midfield over mine, bro. Right? My midfield this season has been clear of their midfield, bro. Right? Even though Palmer's been meaty this season, my man's still sitting on 20 GA in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, like I've said, these lot think that their creativity problems are only from their front three. They've got creativity problems in their midfield as well, bro. You know what I mean? They like to show me this graphic of Rice, big chances created. Bro, Rice takes most of your fucking corners, bro. Right? When it comes to open play, he is nowhere near these guys. Kulu, Cole Palmer, Bruno. He's nowhere near these guys.
How are you comparing Rice to actual 10s? You're comparing them to 10s.
That's my point. I'm making.
Arsenal have a creativity problem.
But these are 10s. These are 10s. You've just put yourself Rice as an 8. These are 10s.
I'm telling you my point. And that's why I rate my midfield over yours. You're playing a guy that's not an 8 in an advanced position. I'm actually playing attacking midfielders in advanced positions, bro. And they're being more effective for my team. Issue is, my team miss a lot of chances, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of chances, bro. I just showed you the worst conversion. We've got worse conversion to you, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah?
But Arsenal have a creativity. Don,
you don't have serious problems, bro. Yeah, when it comes to this as well. Look at this.
Don,
most big chances.
Let him finish the point, Mac, and then let him finish the point, and then.
Most big chances created from open play in the Prem this season. You've got Liverpool with 78, Man City with 69, Chelsea with 59, Tottenham with 58, Bournemouth with 57, Brighton with 57. But they think it's only their attack, their front three that are struggling to create. It's your midfield as well, bro. You know what I mean? Your midfield's meaty, bro. Right? And I'm glad that you said you like Rice in the 8. I hope you keep him there.
Arsenal have a creativity problem because they play defensive football. Chelsea don't play defensive football.
And that's why you concede so many goals.
There's a massive difference in
nothing to do with the personnel that you're playing.
Chelsea basically have one midfielder that kind of does all of the defensive work, and that's Caicedo. That's just a fact.
I'm telling you now, if you was to put even João Felix in that left half space, they'll be creating more, bro. If you was to put Palmer in that left half space, they'll be creating
I'm
more.
not backing up Arsenal, by the way. I don't like Arsenal.
People like to do this.
They're just a defensive team. Like, they play 5 at the back, 6 at the back at some stage.
5 at the back.
Rice plays really defensive most of the game. So does Partey. Like, that's just the way they play. Watch them.
They're very deep. Odegaard is the one who chills around up there, but he's just been... we know he's been awful. We know this. This is common knowledge.
Yeah, but the reason why you're playing defensive football is because of the personnel you're playing in certain positions, bro. Right? Like I said, if you bring Isak right now, you play him up top, and you bring in a Semenyo, you play him left wing. You bring in a Morgan Gibbs White. You bring in a Morgan Gibbs White. You play him where Rice has been playing, and you move Rice.
I'll take Gibbs White. I'm not taking Semenyo.
I'm telling you now, bro. If you change those personnel, you'll be creating a lot more chances, and you wouldn't be hearing this thing of Arsenal play defensive football. It is the personnel that you're putting in certain positions as to why you've gone stale, right? That's why I'm looking at this season. Mo said, Arsenal don't really need a revamp in midfield. Bro, if I'm Arsenal right now, I'm bringing in a creative midfielder. I'm bringing in someone like Morgan Gibbs White, right? I'm bringing in someone that's more dynamic on the left. Yeah. I'm bringing in an Isak. That's going to change your attack straight away. You know what I mean? People act as if we haven't seen Arteta attack teams. We have seen him attack teams, bro, right? Xhaka is yet to be replaced. Xhaka was actually effective in attack. Xhaka used to create. Xhaka used to score. Yeah,
Xhaka stinks
consistently, right? So even though Rice has come in and he's done a good job for you lot, offensively, I don't think he's been better than Xhaka. You're yet to replace that guy, bro. You know what I mean?
Defensively,
That's the
you
point
don't
I'm
think
making
Rice
here.
has been
The
defensively better than
personnel-
Xhaka? You
the
don't think Rice has
personnel-
been defensively better than Xhaka?
Bro, I said offensively. I never said defensively.
Offensively,
I said
okay.
offensively. I said Xhaka offensively was better than Declan Rice was, yeah?
You know,
What-
Declan
Yeah.
Rice, John, you know Declan Rice is going nowhere because he takes all the corners, takes all the set
I never
pieces.
said get rid of him. I just think
By the way,
He's going
by the
nowhere.
way,
he's playing
by the
further
way,
back.
He's amazing.
taking
Listen,
at
as
it.
much as I-
he's
as much as
amazing
I'm
at
not-
that.
I'm not-
He's
I don't
agree.
agree.
fantastic.
He's
As
very
much as
good
I
at
don't
it.
think it should be the case. Thomas Partey's going to leave in the summer because I can't see them renewing the contract. So Partey's going to leave, which is going to leave Declan Rice that position, and they've got no choice. You're right, they've got no choice but to sign a midfielder or two. We won't sign 2 midfielders. I know how this club works.
You
We'll
will,
sign
you
one.
will, you will. They have
No,
to.
we won't. I know my club. We will sign 1 midfielder if we're lucky, and get someone else that might be decent. Like when we got El Neni in 2016, and it was like, yeah.
But do
this
you know
guy
the
might be
problem
good.
is I'm actually here. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit siding with Don here because Enzo Fernandez, even though I don't rate Enzo Fernandez as a defensive midfielder, but to be honest, Enzo Fernandez has been offensively one of Chelsea's best players this season. He's already on like 7 G. He scored 5 goals, and he has created abundance of chances from open play. Enzo Fernandez. I don't think that midfield. Okay, I don't think that Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, and Caicedo work with their current defense. That midfield might work with Arsenal's defense because Arsenal's defense is way stronger than Chelsea's defense, right?
You see what I'm saying?
It might work very well, but
And that's what I'm telling you, bro.
Arsenal-
Top defense, they are where we are, bro.
Let me
Even
just-
worse.
and people say that you're siding with you. I'm not. The Arsenal have a difference maker in Bukayo Saka, and he actually is essential. And also, Arsenal have something else that is ahead of Chelsea, pieces, and it's a big part of football. People don't understand. It's a massive part of football.
You know,
actually.
they've only scored 1 more set piece than us this season. You do know that, right? They've
Really?
only scored 1 more. Yeah, they've only scored 1 more set piece to us, bro.
So
Let's-
how do
let's
they
talk
have?
about that as well.
They have the same amount of goals as you, and you
Yeah.
miss way more chances, but you concede way more.
We've conceded 13 more goals to them.
13 more goals. That is the
And on
defense
top
part.
of that, bro, they are 9 points
said
ahead.
this on
It is,
your show
it is a
ages ago,
problem.
man.
It is a problem with Arsenal
Chelsea's
next season.
problem.
It is a problem with Arsenal next season and the problem with Chelsea.
Leaky defense.
Arsenal might not sign a creative midfielder. And it's going to be a big if. Can Odegaard go back to the season he has last one? Because if he doesn't, basically the creativity from the midfield is gone. Unless you go and sign a 10, which is, I don't know who's the 10 you're going to sign in this day and age. If Chelsea
We need
don't
Gibbs
sign
White.
defense,
I'll be real. We need Gibbs White. Like he's like
Gibbs White.
Gibbs White is
No,
the next thing after Bruno Fernandes.
Bro,
Gibbs
Gibbs
White's the
White's
next thing
not-
after Bruno.
Nah, Mo, don't do that, Mo, don't do that.
Oh my
Hey, listen.
God.
Morgan Gibbs White, you're disrespecting him right now, you know. See, he's
No,
even frozen. You see,
honestly,
no.
He's the closest thing the world has to Bruno Fernandes. But I'd even say he's probably just in a good team like Arsenal. I think you'll notice he's just as good. If not better. I think I prefer him.
Dylan, if you bring in Morgan Gibbs White, bro, straight away, I'm like, yo, these guys are going to be creating some even more chances now, right?
Yeah.
Yo, they're going to have someone that's running through their midfield now, trying to carry the ball and have some quality at the end of it. You know what I mean? Gibbs White isn't much of a
how
shooter.
Arsenal play. That's not how Arsenal play.
But bro, why'd you keep going back to? They need to change it, right?
But
They have gone
you can see
backwards.
the evolution. You can see the evolution
They have gone
of
backwards.
Arteta.
Yeah, but
You
the
can see
point here, you're saying this is not how they play, and I agree with what you're saying, right? But the thing that I'm saying right now is Arsenal have regressed and Arsenal have gone stale. Yeah, when your milk, has gone off in the fridge, you don't just keep it, do you? You change it. You try something else. What I'm saying here is, in the summer, who he brings in will determine to me the style of play he's going with, right? If he signs more defenders and more defensive-minded footballers, then I'll be like, cool, he's trying to be the pragmatic coach again, right? But if I see him bringing in attackers, then I'll be like, okay, now I know this guy's trying to unleash the team and attack a lot more. You know what I mean?
But what type of attackers, though? Like, if he brings in an Isak, then he has to change the style of play. Like, so he's not going to bring in an Isak. He's going to bring in a striker that can play like a false 9, like a Cunha. Like, he's going to sign some kind of type of player like that.
Oh my days! I don't understand why we didn't get him. We should have just thrown everything at it in Jan. That guy is so good, man. Like I need that man at my football club. He's what we need, Cunha. Like, because you know what Havertz doesn't have, that guy has, and obviously Cunha's better than Havertz at everything there is to offer. Yeah, other than maybe heading. I think that's the only thing Havertz will be better at yet. But Cunha, if he could just pick that ball up in and around the edge and just slap it, because Havertz can't do that. Havertz has not scored one goal for Arsenal outside the area. I don't think he scored one against Brighton where the keeper was off his line. It's the only goal he scored for Arsenal.
Can I ask you a question, bro? Yeah, because you said, the football you've been watching, like we should be losing a lot more games. Like we still keep picking up wins and whatnot. It's dross, right? But when rivals say things like this, you get people in the chat, people like Tevin that like to cry, but, right? But then in reality, you're not enjoying what you're watching right now, bro. And you know your team can improve. So let me ask you, Dylan, now. You've got the keys, yeah, to make some signings in the summer. Because you know what you want to watch. You know what type of football you enjoy. Yeah. Name me the players that you would bring in, bro, if you had the keys right now.
I wouldn't bring in Isak. I'd bring in Gibbs White, Cunha. I'd have another centre back. I couldn't tell you who, but I'd have another centre back. I feel like we've been stupidly lucky that neither Saliba or Gabriel have been injured once in the last 2 years. So I definitely have another centre back, someone better than Cunha, someone with a bit of experience, just someone to have around. We just need another centre back. We don't have one. I don't like Ben White at centre back. Yeah, Mo, can see you again. What's it called?
Yeah, my internet just went out. My electricity, the whole area.
I'd have a Gibbs White, a Cunha, Nico Williams. I need a winger badly. I need 2 wingers. Realistically, I need 2 because but I know we're not going to sign 2. I know how my club works. It'll be 1.
Yeah, but hold on. I highly doubt, Dylan, you'd sign Cunha and Gibbs White because
you've got Wanyeri. You don't need another winger. You don't need 2 wingers now. You just need 1.
We do. We need a left winger. That left wing is horrendous. I'm telling you, Trossard and Martinelli are both our left wingers. They're both horror. Like, Saka is not being moved to the left. We saw the outrage when someone suggested, one of our greatest ever players suggested to help our country. We saw the outrage amongst Arsenal fans then. So they're not going to put him on the left wing. So he'll be on the right wing. And Nwaneri is a left-footed, cut-in type player anyway. He's not going to be playing on the left wing. And Nwaneri's a 10 anyway. He's going to be playing on the 10 if he plays. So it's not going to be. We need a left winger badly. And Nico Williams. I don't know. Am I lagging? No, I'm back. I like that Clive at Bournemouth. He's got a good shot on him. I think he's the perfect early Trossard upgrade. Gets a shot off well. He's quite good. He's quick. I think Clivert's good. I'm not a fan of Semenya. I keep hearing about Semenya. I'm not.
Do you know the problem? Do you know the problem with all these signings are? Dylan, do you know what the problem with?
We're not going to sign any of the above players I just mentioned. We're not going to sign any of them.
You guys can hear me, right? You can hear me well.
Yeah.
Do you know what all these signings? The problem with them is they're all not players that are gonna take you over the line. Like, I think you need to sign players that already won the league before, or players that are established.
Yeah, but name them. I hear this a lot. From
I'm gonna tell you, like established players, like for me, for example, they go and try to get, for example, an Isak. You're gonna try to get a Eucharist, an Osimhen, a similar player to Kvaratskhelia, for example. Like, I know that he's not gonna be let go now. You know what I mean? But in the same time, you need to sign that ilk of a player. You got my point. That big name player.
Hold on, Mo. Yeah, hold on. You're basically saying Arsenal need to go and sign winners now. Yeah. So the players that you've just mentioned there, I'm sorry, the way you're talking about them is as if they've won so many things. Like KK, what he's won something.
They're not what I'm after.
Yeah, like he won something in he won something in Italy. That was about it. I think I'm not sure if Osimhen won the league in France. Obviously, he won in Italy as well. Like, I hear this winner thing all the time. Like, if you actually look at the market, it's quite saturated, bro, because football itself has dropped. So you need to start finding the next big thing, or someone that's Premier League ready right now. You know, someone like a Semenyo. Yeah, he's gonna have a easier bedding in period in comparison to a Nico Williams, right? So I hear this lazy thing from Chelsea fans as well. Like, oh, we need experience, we need winners, we need this. And I'm like, okay, cool. Name me these players, and they're just naming me guys where I'm like, all right, okay, cool. You know, you've done it there as well with the guys that you've mentioned. You're not talking to me about Modric's or Pirlos or Iniestas. Like these guys are gone. These guys are gone.
Can I
any guy
now. Can I say something? This is a bit of a mad one, by the way, but in all honesty, who have Arsenal actually signed that is a big player? Because we can go through the list. Havertz was a Chelsea reject. Yeah. Trossard wanted out of Brighton. Gabriel came from France.
Not a big
Saliba
player.
was your youth team. Odegaard was a reject from Real Madrid. The list goes on. Like, seriously.
Declan Rice.
Like, you've got
Declan Rice is a
Zinchenko,
big player.
reject
Declan
from
Rice
Man
is a big player.
City. Sterling, reject from Chelsea. You
Declan
know,
Rice.
Jesus, reject from Man City. Like, the list really does go on. You aren't
Declan Rice,
signing
Thomas
top
Partey.
players. You aren't.
Declan Rice, Thomas Partey.
He's
That's two
from
top
West Ham. He's from
What?
West Ham. Like,
He's
they're
one of the
not-
most sought after midfielders on
Yeah,
the
but
planet.
they're
Man
not-
City
they're not
were trying to go
Champions
after him
League
after winning the
team.
treble. What? Man
West Ham
City
have
were trying to
never
go
been
after
in
him
the
after winning the
Champions
treble.
League. Like, they're not.
Man City
So-
were trying to grab him after winning the treble. He had an unreal performance for England at the Euros 2 years before.
They were
Let's
rejects.
not act like Declan Rice isn't
They
a
were
big player.
rejects. They weren't wanted at the club
You
anymore.
don't spend 105 million on a player who's not a big player. Declan Rice is a big player. Thomas Partey, Simeone was livid when he left Atletico because we activated the release clause. He didn't have a choice. So Atletico were livid when Thomas Partey left. That was a huge signing. Aubameyang, obviously, we're going a bit further back there, but we do sign some top players. Trossard again. That's one where it's like he was scoring loads of goals, and he was deemed a good signing when he came in. We got 2 good years out of Trossard. We genuinely got 2 good years out of Trossard. But now it's just we've kind of reached a stage where it's like we need something better.
I wanted Trossard when you lot were about to sign Mudryk, right? Worst kept secret. I was saying Chelsea need to sign Trossard. He's been frozen out by De Zerbi. We need someone that's ready to come in now, add more goals to our team. Because that was the year that we finished 12th, if you remember. Yeah, our attack was dire, bro. We scored 38 goals, I believe, that whole season. Yeah, Trossard would have actually helped us at the time, bro.
About
Yeah,
that, actually,
he scores goals. He does score goals.
Zinchenko was a signing from a City team that is winning, right? You can say reject. They paid a lot of money for him. Gabriel Jesus, the Brazilian international, they signed him. You say it didn't work, whatever, but at the end, he got them to challenge. Declan Rice is an established
these
player.
players, Mo. Mo, these weren't sought after players.
Because Man City didn't even look to sell. Like Arsenal went and said, we want these players.
Yeah, and he let them go because he didn't want them anymore.
Okay, Timber, everyone wanted Timber, right? Everyone wanted Timber. Calafiori,
Yeah,
everyone
people
wanted
win.
Calafiori. Everyone wanted
I don't like
Calafiori.
Calafiori.
And they spent
Habibi,
top money on
everyone,
those players.
Liverpool wanted Calafiori. A lot
I'm
of
not. Yeah,
people
but I'm not
want-
going to call
we didn't get- we
Calafiori a
didn't
big
go into
signing. When you talk
Calafiori
about
because
big
of his
signings,
injury record.
you're talking about a move like Kvaratskhelia going to PSG. That's a big signing. Calafiori's not a big signing.
What
But
have
I'm
they
not, I'm
done?
not having the Declan Rice wasn't a big signing. That's silly. That is silly.
There was only you and Manchester City that were in for him, and it genuinely looks like
Is
Manchester
Caicedo a big
City
signing? Is
only
Caicedo
went
a
in
big
for
signing?
him to ramp up the money
Of course they're
by
big
the looks
signings.
of it.
Caicedo a big signing.
Of course it's a big signing. Of course he is.
So how is Declan Rice not a big signing? Caicedo came from Brighton.
No, Rice is a big signing. That's crazy. That's a crazy take that he isn't. Of course he's a big signing, bro.
I didn't say Caicedo was a big signing.
You just said Rice isn't a big signing, bro. Of course he's a big signing. Of course he was. That's probably the biggest signing.
He hadn't even been in the Champions League. Didn't
Bro,
come from a
come
big
on now.
club. He
Wait,
didn't
so
come
you
from
can
a
only-
big club.
You can only be a big signing if you come from a big club.
Well,
Declan Rice had
yeah,
many
because you're in the
suitors.
Champions League and you've won stuff.
But Declan
Rice
Rice had many suitors that were after him. Yeah, top clubs like Man
No,
City.
there weren't. No,
Right.
there weren't.
It was
That's
Manchester
interesting.
City
Why this
after winning the
Was
treble.
Real
They won the
Madrid after
treble
him?
and tried to
Was
buy him.
Bayern Munich after him? Was PSG after
Bayern
him?
Munich
Yes,
were
Bayern
after him.
Munich
Bayern Munich
were. Bayern
were
Munich
after him.
were. It was Bayern Munich, us and Man City.
You see, Dylan.
Yeah,
You see
actually,
your
Bayern
fan
Munich
base.
actually
Your fan base think I hate your club or whatever. Like, I'm even defending your boy right now. Are you, bro? Declan Rice, Bayern Munich wanted this guy, bro. They literally had an offer on the table for him.
It was Bayern, City, and Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's a sought after big player. And we
Can
had to
I
spend
let me?
105
I want to
million
share
get him.
something that Don shared with me actually. Before I do this, guys, can we get the likes up a little bit? Guys, hit the like button. Come on now, we got almost close to 400 people here, and we're not even on 200 likes. Hit the like button, people. How many chances are you creating without Palmer?
Bro, Enzo Fernandez has been stepping up as well. He's been creating a lot of chances, bro. Yeah, the most open play chances created by any midfielder in the league this season is Enzo Fernandez, bro.
As usual, Don has no clue how to define a team. I don't know why.
I don't even know what that means.
Why are you saying that, Bermuda Gunner? I don't understand, actually. I don't understand. Why? This is what Don wanted to share. So, Don, you can actually tell me what did you wanna?
Yeah, no, I'm just showing them there, innit? This is the most chances created from open play in the Prem this season. You can see Salah's number one. We can clearly see when Salah's playing, he creates a lot of chances for Liverpool, bro. Kulu's there, Cole Palmer, Iwobi, Enzo Fernandez, Bruno, you know what I'm saying? Son, Gordon, Damsgaard, Silva. Not a single Arsenal player, bro. Yeah? Not a single Arsenal player. So that's
Alex
what I'm saying.
I'm leaving with Tom. Alex Iwobi.
They need to, if I'm an Arsenal fan right now, I am begging my club to go and sign someone in that midfield who can add to these numbers. Yeah. Because if you look through the teams, you got Man City, cool. KDB might not be playing as much anymore. They've got a KDB that can create. United, they're shit, but they've got Bruno Fernandes. With us, we've got Enzo and Palmer, creative outlets there. You know, Liverpool, they've got, like I said, Mo Salah. He's not a midfielder, but he creates a lot of chances for them. Saka, he's good at crossing the ball, the whips and whatnot, but I wouldn't really call him creative like that. You know what I mean? When I'm talking about creative players, I'm talking about the likes of Palmer, Kulusevski, and these sort of guys. So from an Arsenal fan, bro, I'm looking at this and I'm saying, yo, my team needs to bring someone like this into the team. You know what I mean? Because it's very stale, bro. Very, very stale, man.
I actually have to tell you that Martin Odegaard last season was creating a lot of chances from open play. But actually, that's just factual talk.
Yeah, no, last season he was good in the second half, I would say. He was playing at a world-class level. He was playing at a world-class level. Before that, at the beginning, Arsenal, they were getting wins, but they weren't performing that well. Because I was even saying, like, Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, they're not playing at the same level. But second half of the season after Dubai, I remember you lot smoked Sheffield, you smoked West Ham.
They smoked everyone, Don. About West Ham and Aston Villa game. Well, basically, even the West Ham game, they had 5 clear-cut chances. 2 of them really on the line, and they just
West Ham. No. West Ham was West Ham was well before that. West Ham after Dubai, we beat them 6-0.
They beat them 6-0. Declan Rice scored a banger.
So which game did you?
The West Ham 2-0 loss was in that. That was where we lost the league. People say we lost the league to Villa. Obviously, we did, but where we lost the league was after Christmas. We played West Ham, lost 2-0, then went to Fulham on New Year's Eve and lost 2-1 on the bounce. That was where we lost the league in them 2 games. And I knew I was on the bus home from Fulham. I was on the bus home from Graham Cottage that night, and I knew that is when I knew inside me that okay, I think we've messed it up here. But then obviously we got reeled back in and thought, oh my god, we're going to do it because of how well we were playing. But on that bus home from Craven Cottage, when we lost that 2 games on the bounce to Fulham West Ham, I knew we'd lost the league there. Some inside me, I knew we'd lost the league there.
And the thing is that I'm seeing a lot of people saying Odegaard's been out for 3 months. That's a fair enough point. But even before he got injured, right?
Odegaard no, it's not fair enough point. He's been awful regardless.
Exactly. Thank you, Dylan. An Arsenal fan that's speaking facts, bro. He wasn't good even before he got injured, right? Their attack at the beginning was Saka. Saka's actually been performing well this season before he got injured, even better than Palmer in terms of performances. And he was putting up numbers. It was Saka and Havertz that were playing well in attack. Odegaard was stinking. Then he got injured. He came back and he's been stinking even more, right? So people need to say, oh, yeah, he's missing for 3 months. Bro, even before he got injured, he weren't performing, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah? And I don't think that guy's got the minerals anyway. So really and truly, you need to have a little revamp. Try something new. I shouldn't even be giving these guys ideas, Mo, because I don't want them to improve. I don't want them to improve. But I'm looking at them. I'm seeing, like, for example, my midfield isn't the problem. My problem with my team, is my defense.
But you have more problems than them. The attack is a problem for you, and the defense is a problem with you, and the goalkeeper is a problem for you. They basically don't have a lot of problems like you.
No, bro. They've got problems in attack, bro. Right? We've got similar problems. Okay. The main thing with Arsenal, they've actually got a very good defense to fall back on. We don't have that, because Fofana, number one, who helps our defense, he can't stay fit. Lavia, who helps our defense, he can't stay fit, right? So we're having to play Chalobahs, we're having to play Tossins, These are the same gooners that were complaining when they lost Saliba, or now we're playing Rob Holding, right? But we can't say the same thing when we're missing guys like Fofana and we're having to
Fofana's a bum, wallahi, don't. Fofana's a bum.
Fofana, bro, it's
not
fact.
Great.
I mean, I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest, though, Don. As a Chelsea fan,
let me just land my point before you come in. It's a fact that when Fofana was playing, was conceding way less goals, bro. Right? I think we only lost 1 game when Fofana was here. Since Fofana's been gone, and even Lavia, defensively, bro.
Yeah, but whoever the other centre back is awful. Whoever the other centre back is, they're normally awful.
Yeah, but bro, Fofana is very good defensively, bro. He's one of our best defenders.
As a Chelsea fan, like, you're missing the obvious. It's your goalkeeper. It's always
There's
been
that
your
as well.
goalkeeper. It's
There's
been
that
your
as well.
goalkeeper for years. Like,
There's
you
that
don't
as well.
sign good
Well,
goalkeepers.
it's not like the goalkeeper is bad and everything, but
Oh,
at the
they're
same
so bad.
time,
Chelsea
I actually
goalkeepers are
think
so
like
bad.
I think Chelsea
I
have
agree.
another tactical problem in the midfield, to be honest. Like without Lavia being there, Caicedo by himself is too much for him, to be honest. It's too much for him. Because Enzo Fernandez is not that much of a defender. Cole Palmer doesn't defend. And I've said that many, many times. They concede chances, Chelsea, and they concede goals, not only because of Sanchez, because the midfield is not balanced and the defense is not strong. That midfield would work wonders if they have a Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, Calafiori behind them. That would be amazing. Right?
Yeah, that's the thing though, Mo. Yeah, what we do, what I like Maresca doing is when he inverts Cucurella next to Caicedo, because at least that gives us a little bit of still, right? Most of the time we face low blocks because obviously we're a big team. Teams will just sit back, right? But when you're playing against the likes of Arsenal, I want more physicality. That's when you need Lavia or Caicedo to start together. Yeah, that's why against Arsenal, this guy started Reece in the midfield to add more physicality. I don't know if Lavia is like available to play even longer than 20 minutes right now because he just came back from injury. Yeah, but that's exactly why Chelsea have gone and bought a Sugo. Right, we're bringing back Santos, who's going to stay next season as well. So our midfield has a lot more physicality in there. Because bro, Enzo's not a destroyer, but Enzo's not useless off the ball, bro. There's been I told you like there's been many games this season where Enzo's won the ball back the most times, more than Caicedo, if anything. Many games, not just one. There's been many games this season, right? But the issue is the only bit of physicality we've really got in there is Caicedo. Because Lavia, again, he can't stay fit. That's why you need a Sugo, you need Santos in that next season to help us with this, bro. Do you get it?
We'll see if they got Chelsea or after Jesus when Arsenal signed him. I can't remember that far. That was like 3 years ago. That Emmanuel, that was 3 years ago.
Well,
That was
got,
3 years ago.
They got Sterling, didn't they? And also, I just want to recorrect you. Arsenal lost the league when they drew at Liverpool. That's when it all fell apart.
Well, no, because Liverpool's the third draw. Oh no, because that started the draws. Yeah,
yeah, it started all the draws and the losses.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could say that. I think because it was a bad result in hindsight, dropping because we were 2-0 up. If we had gone 1-0 down, and if it had been more of a 2-2 game, if it had been more of a 2-2 game, yeah, I could argue otherwise. But letting that slip at 2-0 up was criminal. It was absolutely.
Let me ask you guys something for real. Do you think the league is wide open? Don, especially Don from Chelsea. Do you think the league is wide open next season?
Oh, brother,
yes.
Listen, I'm telling you, bro,
yes.
The team that wins the league next season is the team that rebuilds the best, right? Liverpool, depending on what happens with their players, they need to rebuild. They haven't spent no money for slot, right? Arsenal need a rebuild, really, in their attack, right? Chelsea need a rebuild in their defense and their attack in certain positions. Yeah, you've got even Man City need a rebuild, bro, right? We're not up against Prime Klopp and Pep right now. So it's a free for all, bro. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. The team that wins the league is the team that rebuilds the best this summer. That's why I'm really, really on my club right now to fix the fuck up, because I'm looking at the teams around us. Everyone's got problems. You know what I mean? Everyone's got problems right now, bro. Yeah? So we need to make sure that we're closing that gap and we're competing next season. That's what we need to make sure that we're doing.
Your target is to compete next season, Chelsea.
Oh, my target is to compete and obviously win the league, obviously, right? And depending on who we
you ain't winning the league next season.
I don't think that will happen.
A million miles off it. Million miles.
That is the conversation, guys. Are Chelsea a million miles off it?
You're a manager off it.
Exactly.
You're a manager away from winning the league. That's how far off you are.
There's many
manager ain't winning the league.
We were that far away off winning the league before we went and challenged for it against City.
The manager didn't even think he could win the league this season.
Exactly.
And you had a good chance. Like you were in the running. Your manager didn't even believe it.
Bro, you're spot on. I've criticized Maresca for that. I didn't like
how he fell off a cliff as well after he said that, by the way.
Facts.
Which was weird.
I said the same thing. I said, bro, the first time he said it, I said maybe he's just saying it to protect the players and save face, right? But when he kept repeating it, you're spot on, bro. You're giving these guys an excuse. These guys are young players, right? You're giving them an excuse to not perform. And even him as well, he's giving us a reason to basically get away with fuckery. Because over that period, he was doing things tactically that were fucked. Like starting Disasi at right back against Ipswich, bro, right? Not using your bench, bringing on one player with like 5 minutes to go, and the other opposition team are bringing on like 5 players. So your team are just tired, dying. You're bringing on one player, yeah? And then he comes out after, oh, I told you lot we're not ready. I told you that we're not ready. And I'm like, no, bro. Like, we might not be ready to win it, but you fucked up. And so have the players. Yeah. You fucked up tactically. Why are you not using Felix more? Why are you not seeing out the game by bringing on Vega more? Right? Why are you telling Enzo to keep pressing forward instead of coming back to help Caicedo more? You know what I mean? Tactically, you fucked up as well. Right? And at the same time, you've got Jackson missing bare chances. Yeah. You've got Palmer, decision making has been poor this season, being bare greedy. You know what I mean? There's so many things here, bro. But you're right.
Jackson's still been good this season for me.
Yeah, but he's missed a lot of chances, bro. He's missed a lot of chances. He started the season well.
He scored as well.
Yeah, that's the kind of player he is. You got to realize, yeah, Jackson's a numbers man. You're talking about all these chances you're creating, yeah.
It's crazy as well because Jackson's not even a centre. Jackson wasn't even a centre forward when you signed him, by the way.
But he was a wide player. He came up as a winger. He came up as a winger.
Player.
Yeah, and if you guys didn't know, we actually Jackson came from Senegal. He was playing football in Senegal in 2019, bro. Right? Then he went to Spain. So he's never had that development as what you would get in Europe if you play for an academy. You know what I'm saying? Like he's had to learn older in his career. And when I'm watching him, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you now. I know players that play non-league football that are better finishers than this guy, and they don't get paid even a 1% of this guy, right? But the way he shoots, Mo, his technique is pathetic. The way he shoots at times, I'm watching it and I'm like, bro, like you get paid all this money. Are you not doing extra training to improve your finishing? Because the way you're shooting there, I swear to God, bro, I play football with guys that can finish better than this guy, bro. Right? His finishing at times is pathetic. Because I'm looking at him like, yo, how have you not scored that? How is that off target? Why are you shooting like this?
It's all round plays, all right, though, isn't it?
His foot is so flappy, bro. It's so flappy, bro. You know what I mean? He doesn't have any. He doesn't lock his foot. That's his problem. When he shoots,
Flappy Jackson.
Flappy Jackson, yeah.
The defense is already at a disadvantage because that defense doesn't trust Sanchez. Prime Puyol and Ramos would be an anxiety ridden with Sanchez. See, that's an excuse.
Sanchez, man. I just don't get it. I just don't get like.
Yeah, but listen, they are making
so
it sorry as
flaky.
he's yes, but you can't tell the defense is not great actually anyway. Colwell is not having a great season. Fofana has been out. Tosin, the Sassi in the beginning of the season, Badia Sheila as well hasn't shown the level that he shown when he first signed for Chelsea for 6 months for some reason.
Can I just say something as well, right?
All the players they got rid of, man.
With your centre
all those players they got rid of, they're on loan.
Yeah, with your centre backs, right? You need them to be playing together basically every single game, right?
Yes.
Every single game, we know Van Dijk's going to play with Konate unless Konate is injured. We know Gabriel's going to play with Saliba. When Cole was playing with Fofana, you could see they were building a relationship. All of a sudden, he goes. You know, I'm not taking blame away from Cole. There's certain games where he's pissed me off. Against West Ham, he's complaining on the floor. Against Brighton, he gave the ball away. He's complaining on the floor. I'm not excusing that. But what I'm saying is, when he was playing with Fofana and they were actually building chemistry, defensively, we looked better. When you're playing him 1 week with Chalobah, then the next week is Tosin, then 1 week is Badia Sheila. Like, where's the continuity, bro? Yeah, your centre back partner is meant to be that's your partner, that's your dog. Yeah, but every week he's getting chopped and changed, bro. You ain't gonna build no chemistry doing that, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I get your point. But I'm still thinking that if Maresca is the guy, I don't know if Maresca is the guy to get Chelsea challenging next season, Don.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so, bro. I think I've seen the signs early in the season, but the fall off has been crazy, especially if he doesn't make Champions League. Bro, I think you might sack him. You know, Wallah, I think he might sack him.
It depends. It depends how he finishes off the season, Mo, because he's got more than enough games, yeah, to start to change. To start to change people's perception. Because fans are fickle, innit? All it takes is us to win 3 games in a row. We've shot up the table.
You had a huge opportunity though to get points off Arsenal. Like Arsenal are toothless up front. You had a huge opportunity, and you just passed the ball around the box and didn't do anything.
I agree, and that's mainly on the manager.
I wouldn't say we're toothless up top because this is the thing. This is the thing. What I don't. One thing I have to say here, and I don't give him enough credit. I don't give him enough credit for it because listen, I'm not a fan of the nonsense he comes out on a weekly basis. But at the end of the day, right, you talk about how toothless you are. We scored 7 goals against the PSV team that beat Liverpool. Like we're always like Arteta can coach players who aren't your natural 30 goal a season strikers.
Dylan, you know you're cheeky. You're very shameless for that because, bro, yes, Arsenal were very good.
We're rolling that one back, are we? Oh my God!
I'm telling you now, Dylan.
We scored 3 and we had our reserves.
Arsenal, yeah, Arsenal are what do you call it? Arsenal, obviously, they're good defensively, right? And the other day when you played PSV, you were good. You did your job. But bro, honestly,
No, we didn't do our job.
that
No, we didn't do our
defending-
job. We scored 7 goals against.
I know you
the
scored
team.
7.
Yeah,
I know you scored
Real
Dylan,
Madrid.
Dylan. I know you
Not
scored.
Saudi, beat
Real
Liverpool.
Madrid.
Dylan, I know you scored 7 goals, bro. But honestly, bro, yeah, the way that PSV were defending was honestly like clown music. You could have added clown music to a lot of their goals, bro. Look at that goal that Marino scored. Yeah, it was like pinball in the box, and then it ends up with Marino.
I think all the other goals were great goals.
Bro, I think for me, I looked at how they were defending. It was shocking. Like, I'm not trying to put down Arsenal here because Arsenal, they were very.
No, but,
clinical.
yeah, but I'm not trying to say we're a great
defending
attacking
was
team
power,
because
bro.
of that game. I'm just saying that thanks to Arteta's coaching in this instance, we are able to find goals elsewhere on the pitch. I wouldn't say we're completely toothless, is what I'm trying to say. We are capable of scoring goals. We will find a way. We played Man City without Saka and Havertz up top, who was absolutely useless. Luckily, he got a goal to make it 4-1. But that game, remember, he missed an awful chance in the first half. We beat that Man City team 5-1.
Yeah, but bro, Man City were wide open. if teams are wide
you
open,
can't say that about everyone. You can't say that about everyone.
But bro, when teams sit back, that's when you
scored 3
struggle.
goals.
And
We
that's
scored
the
3
problem.
legitimate goals against Liverpool when we had our full strength team. But we had scored 3 legitimate goals against Liverpool back in October.
Dylan, what you need to realize is most teams are going to set up.
We gave you one of them, mate.
Yeah, well, we
Listen,
scored
most
3.
most teams are gonna sit back against you and say, "Come break us down." Right? That's your bread and butter. That's why overall, yeah, you might have a few games here and there where you score a lot of goals and it gasses you lot up. But the bigger picture here is majority of the time you struggle to create real good chances, bro. Right? Especially when you're facing low blocks. Yeah. You man faced West Ham. You had Declan Rice being taken off the pitch to break down the low block. You know what I mean? Man got subbed off against West Ham. Say that again?
You had 0.7 XG against Chelsea, by the way.
They didn't have one XP.
That's why I want Cunha or Gibbs White. Cunha and a Gibbs White would change this team. Obviously, we need a winger as well, but Cunha who can just shoot the ball from. We don't have a someone who can slap the ball. Everyone seems to have someone. Chelsea have got Cole Palmer. City have got Kevin De Bruyne at times, or Marmoush now. Liverpool have got who've Liverpool got that can shoot from Trent. Like we haven't got anyone who can smack the ball in the goal. Even Salah can take a shot from distance in there. We've got no one that can do that. Saka can at times if you catch him in the right area, but no one really gives him the space for it. If we just had someone like Cunha just find space and he scores so many goals from outside the box, it makes no sense to me that we haven't gone and signed him already. Or even in the summer. And he's clinical inside the box as well. He just doesn't often get there because Wolves don't create many chances. He ends up having to do the stuff in distance, but he's shown he can be clinical inside the box. That goal he scored the other week, I can't even remember who it was against. It was at Molineux where he completely dropped the shoulder, touched it on his right foot, and just wrapped it in the bottom corner. Silly.
Can I give you your XG against PSV away? 1.9.
Yeah,
He scored 7 goals.
And the XG was what?
Please explain to me.
The XG was what? What was the XG? I didn't hear you. What was the XG?
1.9.
Yeah, well, that just shows you that stupid statistic is the most pointless thing. All that stat is some neek sitting at a table watching the game
8 shots
with
on
a
target.
piece of paper and a
7
pencil.
of them went in.
Are they expected to score there? The stat is bullshit because honestly, right, if Odegaard passes the ball to Eddie Nketiah and it's Eddie Nketiah on the end of it, and Odegaard passes the exact same pass through to Haaland, the XG is the same, but it's 2 completely different players with different finishing abilities, and that's not taken into account.
Dylan,
the XG is the same. It's the most nonsense stat of all time. And now people are talking about expected assists. What are we doing? This is not football. This is not football. Expected. It's not about what I expect. I expected to win the league this year. We haven't won the league.
Dylan, you're missing the point. You're missing the point, right? The XG basically is the quality of the chance. That's what it is, right? So if you're in the box right now, and you're basically by the penalty box, the penalty bit where you take a penalty and you take a shot, XG will be higher than if you take a long shot, right?
So this just proves we're not toothless. So all this is proving is that we're not toothless.
No, what it proved, the fact that your XG was that low, goes to show that you were very clinical in that game.
Yeah.
Your XG wasn't that high. Your XG wasn't like 3, and you.
There you go. So the XG is proving that we're not toothless, but we all know we are. So it's nonsense.
No, the XG proves that XG for that particular game proves that you were very clinical, and that's what I said. You were clinical, and PSV were moving crazy with the defending, bro. They were moving crazy.
Okay, and our XG against Chelsea was 0.7, yeah, and we scored 1 goal. So we were clinical against Chelselsea as well. So how are we toothless?
We're clinical against us, yeah. Well, I mean,
how are we toothless?
What's his name? He didn't even mean to score.
So how are we toothless if we're outdoing our XG every game?
They're set piece goals. They don't count.
Oh, they don't.
No, of course it counts. Of
The
course
stat
it
is
counts.
nonsense. That's what I'm trying to show you. The stat is
the
nonsense
XG,
because
it's
you
the
can't call us
XG in
toothless on
play,
one
so it's
hand
open
and
play.
on the other say that our
Okay,
XG is
okay.
low and we're exceeding our XG. It doesn't make
Nah,
sense. We
Dylan,
can't be
Dylan.
toothless and outdo our XG. It doesn't
The
make
only
sense.
clear-cut chance you had against us in the game, right, away from the goal, like what he's saying from the set piece, was when Marino took the cross from Martinelli. Other than that, Sanchez wasn't scrambling, bro. Like you didn't make Sanchez work, really. You know, he gave the ball away to you, like he fucking
So
usually
are we toothless or are we not? I'm confused.
No, the issue here is your creativity, bro. Like that's one of your problems here. You've got many problems. You've got a creativity issue.
That's
You've
not
got
your
issue.
team.
You've got an issue up top. Like you haven't got a striker, right? Who can score consistently. You lost against Newcastle and United, right? In that game where Havertz had a lot of big chances, he kept missing. If you have Isak in both those games, you win. You know what I mean?
But Havertz is dead. We know this. But my point is, we're obviously not toothless if we're outdoing our XG. So it's either one or the other. We're either not toothless or XG is a nonsense stat. So which one is it?
I think what it is, yeah.
What I'm
toothless
trying to say is you don't score a lot of
No.
goals. So
It's a
teams
bit of
will
a
score
They
goals
do.
against you,
One or the other.
but they don't. Like Chelsea had a chance to get. Chelsea had a chance to go. You would have gone ahead of another team, wouldn't you? Would have got ahead of.
Would have been.
City, wouldn't it?
Yeah, would have been free. Not ahead of them.
Would have
Anyway.
leapfrogged someone if
Would
you won
have
that
got
game.
4 points ahead of Man City. I would have been 3 behind Arsenal.
Exactly. You had a really good chance, but you didn't take it. That's all I was saying. Like,
Come on, he could have been in the title race.
well, not in the title race. The title's over. but
The title race is done, bro. Like you're
title race is done.
You know what I mean? The title race is gone, bro. But
Blue
yeah,
Sassy Bird is giving a super sticker. Big up my man for the super sticker. So I don't understand. So you guys' argument is that Arsenal will be or will not be in the title race next season if they are toothless next season. Then
I think more. What it is, yeah. If Arteta,
I'm gonna tell you
Arteta-
something, Don. Can I put a caveat there? I am not sure if Arsenal will get Alexander Isak. Actually, I think Newcastle will make top 5. I think Isak is not going anywhere. They're gonna target the system.
I don't want him anyway. Well, I want him, but I don't think he's the one for us anyway. I think Cunha's the one for us.
I think where you gonna play Cunha though? Up top.
In Havertz's position, in the same
No,
role
Cunha's not-
Havertz is playing, but he's a 10 times better player.
Cunha's not a striker though, so you're gonna have similar
He
problems.
scores a
right?
shit ton of goals.
Same situation. You're right. Same
It's
situation.
No, but it's not the same situation because Cunha
Too
is a clinical
defensive
finisher.
and not
He is.
scoring enough goals.
No, but we don't score enough goals because Havertz is not a clinical finisher, not because of where he's
Cunha's not
playing, and the
clinical.
role he's playing.
Cunha's not clinical like that. Bro.
You don't
He's a
play a number
finisher.
9.
Cunha's
Bro, he can
lethal.
finish. He's had some bangers this season, but bro, if you even go back to fucking the season when what season was that? When Mount first went to United, right? That season there, bro. This guy, I actually tweeted. He reminds me of what's his name? Dembele, Musa Dembele, the way he runs with the ball. But in terms of his finishing, bro, that guy used to miss a lot of chances. He's
He's
slightly
got
more.
14. He's
It's
got
slightly
14 in
improved.
both seasons.
I wouldn't call him clinical. I wouldn't call Cunha clinical. Like he's better than Havertz, ball striking.
I think you only have to look at how many goals he's managed to score in this Wolves team this year. I think if you take into account that he's going to be getting himself inside the box, which he wouldn't, he's not with Wolves because they can't get the ball that high up the pitch. He's going to be getting himself inside the box, and he's going to have players like Saka and hopefully a new left winger to pass to, rather than whatever bums Wolves have playing up there. It's a whole different player. The quality is there. His ability to get the ball and drag it up the pitch as well is also completely underrated. The way he can get the ball and bring it forward 20 meters, 30 meters, all by himself, and then find the wingers or get a shot off himself. It changes us completely. He's not even a million miles off the type of player Isak is. Isak's just about a foot taller. Like I'm telling you, he's got it. Like,
He's a million miles off Isak. Sorry.
The thing is, I hear what Dylan's saying. Right?
He's
I get it.
miles away
What I
from
would
each
say,
other.
what I would say Arsenal need is a box striker, right? Someone like an Osimhen, someone like even a Gokeres. Because when you see Saka, there's times where Saka will just get.
You can defend these lot. No, because I
Hold
disagree.
on, Dylan. Let me finish my point, bro. Because you'll see Saka sometimes. You'll get on the ball and he's got a whip, that left foot whip. He'll just find it. And if he had someone like an Osimhen that he's finding like that, bro, yeah, you're scoring a lot more goals and he's getting more assists as well. You get it, right? There's times where Saka will just take it across his body. He whips it. I even see Trossard doing it. Trossard will just whip it across the box. There's no one there, bro, right? If you play Cunha up top, you're going to have similar problems because Cunha is not a box striker. He hasn't got the box presence outside of the box.
To feet.
But
To feet,
yeah,
all the time.
He's not tall. He's not weak, but he's not
He's not small, you know. I think he's about 6'2", I swear.
He's not a striker, bro. Cunha is not.
I could be wrong.
don't think he's 6'2".
Okay, so
I'm not saying Cunha's the man who
Cunha's
whip
got-
crosses into, and he's going to be winning his head.
Cunha's got 14 goals this season, by the way. He's only got
Cunha's
an
6
XG of
foot.
7. So he's proper outscoring his XG. He does
You
it
wouldn't
every
take
season.
Cunha. Yeah.
Oh, I don't. This XG.
I'm
You
not
wouldn't
saying-
pick-
Oh, he does.
I don't want
He outscores his XG.
You wouldn't pick Cunha at Chelsea
Hey, listen, I don't want him. We've got too many. I want a specialist in something. Cunha, because I'm not going to play him on the left, right? And then in that little sort of half space, obviously we've still got Felix right now. I would take Cunha over Felix, right? But for me right now, I think there's bigger positions that we need to fill that are more urgent. We need a striker. We need a left winger to replace Mudryk. I think he's cooked, right? We need a centre back that can start ahead of Fofana, because Fofana can't stay fit, and I don't want to be dependent on some squad players again all season. We need a new goalkeeper. Sanchez needs to get the fuck out of here, right? You know what I mean? So we've got bigger problems than bringing in Cunha. Like Cunha, look how many attacking midfielders we've got, Mo. We don't need him. We don't need him, bro.
You need a striker. You need the top striker.
You
to be
need
honest.
Nunes.
Hell no. Hell no.
Nunes is shit.
You need a striker as well, big man. You need a
I
striker as
still
well.
need Nunes.
No, but we all need a striker here, in fact. Apart from Mo.
See, this is the thing. Guys talk about people talk about us needing a striker in the box, yeah. I don't want to end up with someone like Nunes, because what happens when you have a striker in the box, yeah? And it's the same thing for everyone on planet Earth other than Haaland, because City just create that many chances, yeah. But it's the same for all of these guys. I watch Ozzy, man, and I'm not moved because I see how many chances he's missing, but he does score goals. Nunes is a
Is he cutting out? Or is it only me?
When you try to prop up Nunes, YouTube don't allow it, bro. YouTube don't allow it. That's blasphemy. Yeah, don't try
We're
to
not
prop
gonna
up
talk about Nunes, my man.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not gonna talk about Nunes.
YouTube cut you off there, bro. They don't want to hear that shit.
No,
Yeah,
Cunha works for us. Like, at the end of the day, right? This narrative that we need a number 9 who's going to score 30 goals. It's just not the case. It's not the case. We do not need a number 9 who's going to score 30 goals. City didn't need it when they went and won the league with Foden in the false 9. I'm sorry. We do not need this. What we need,
on the wing with,
we need quality and depth. We've shown before this season. We've shown last year and the year before that we have the quality there to win the league. We just need depth. We need depth. That's all we need. We need depth. And,
yeah, but what I'm saying is,
great.
what I'm saying, Dylan, what I'm saying, right? Because again, let's go back to the point that we said before. Next season, whoever wins the league is whoever rebuilds best, right? If
We're
you
not
go
rebuilding anything, we're just adding things. We haven't got to rebuild.
Yeah, but
We're
bro,
just
if you're saying that you want Cunha to play up top, that means that you're going to drop Havertz, right? You're going to play Cunha up top. Now, imagine Chelsea go and sign Isak, for example, or Liverpool go sign Isak, Chelsea sign Gyökeres. Already, we have the better strikers straight away, yeah? And I've already told you that what our midfield is already, right? And then on top of that, we go by, I don't know, Huijsen, because people like to talk about Huijsen these days. We go by Huijsen, who's a very good defender. We play him at the back. And we bring in a new goalkeeper who's better than Sanchez. Straight away, you're looking at Chelsea's team completely different, right? You're looking at, okay, who's got the best strikers in the league right now? No one's saying Cunha's the best striker in the league. People say Isak is. Some people say Gyökeres is, right? So straight away, you're behind the rest of us in that position. That's the point that I'm making here. So you can go bring him. He will do better
I'd
than
rather have
Havertz.
Cunha than Gyökeres, I think.
Up top.
I think I would, yeah.
Okay, this is crazy.
I think
Like I've
Gyökeres
already
is where
said,
he is.
like I've already
I think
said,
Gyökeres
we
was
don't
where
play.
he is.
We don't play that way. We don't play when Arsenal look our worst.
But you have
when
to.
Arsenal look our worst.
But you have
is
to
when we're
play that
putting the
way,
ball out
otherwise you're not going to
Saka.
score enough
This
goals.
is when Arsenal look our worst, and everyone knows it. But when we look at our worst and look at our most toothless, is when we're forcing the ball out to Saka and it's just crossing the box, crossing the box, crossing the box, crossing the box. That's when we look at our worst. We look at our best when we're slapping teams last season 5-0, 6-0, 5-0, 6-0, 4-1. Is when we're playing the way we can. When we're popping it. We've got a player in the false 9 moving it. Liverpool, when Liverpool were winning the league in 2020 and Liverpool won the Champions League in 2019, they had Firmino in the false 9. They didn't have a player up top scoring 30 goals. Yeah, they had Salah on the right, but we got Saka putting up good numbers on the right. Yeah, Salah was an anomaly that season. Yeah. We don't need that. Liverpool didn't need it. We do not need that. There's other ways of winning.
You're missing though.
When they won a few years ago before they had Haaland. He won the leagues before Haaland.
Dylan, this is what you're missing though. Liverpool had Trent that could create and score. Liverpool had Salah that could create and score. Liverpool had Mane that was creating
We've
and
got
scoring.
Saka and Odegaard that can create and score. We need,
And
and
Firmino-
I've already
Firmino was
established we need a left winger.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, why don't you want a specialist, bro? Right? For me, with Chelsea, I don't want these half players. I want specialists now, right? Why do you want another guy to just make your job harder. Like, it don't make sense to me, bro, why you would want Cunha, who's not a striker, when there's other guys who will be available that are strikers. Even Sesko. Sesko is young, but he's a better ball striker than Cunha. He's a better striker than Cunha, bro. You get it? Cunha, bro.
You sign Cunha, and he'll end up playing with Martinelli. He'll end up playing in Martinelli's position.
That's fine because he can play there.
Well, there's another winger. You still haven't got a forward.
You'll be behind us. You'll be behind the rest of us.
If we sign a left winger like a Nico Williams, and we have Cunha up top with Saka on the right, watch. But the problem is that people seem to think we need we need an Aussie man. Aussie man stinks. He stinks. He's an awful footballer. He stinks. Aussie man is shocking.
He misses a lot of chances, but he doesn't stink. Like,
he's
not
better than Havertz.
Aussie man, I want nowhere near my
football club. He's better than Jesus.
If you're an Arsenal fan and you'd rather have Aussie men up top than Cunha, I can't help you. If you're watching the last few years of how we've played and the tactics we've used to get this close, and you think that the answer is to bring in someone like Aussie men rather than upgrading on a player like Havertz and having a left winger who can add the same amount of numbers Saka does, then you can't be helped. The structure is all there.
Okay, let me ask you then. Dylan, how you want to build your?
I'm not massively on Arteta tactically. Yeah, my problem is that he gets given money, and we've gone out in the summer window when we're that close to winning the league and spent 40 million on a shit left back and 35 million on a shit midfielder, and that's all we've got. And loaned in Raheem Sterling when we could have used those wages on a player like Asensio who's coming to Villa, and look at the impact he's made.
Let me ask you then, Dylan, because if you're saying you want Cunha up top, that means you have to bring in a left winger that's going to get you goals and assists. Who's that person?
Yes. I've been saying I want a winger who can score goals and get assists. Yes.
Who's that person that's going to guarantee you goals and assists from the left?
That's not my job to find them. Nico Williams is not putting up the great numbers, but it's not my job to find. It's not my job to find that left winger. My point is, in 2022,
I'll give you a name. Look, how about look?
Jesus was up top up until the World Cup, and no one was complaining about Jesus even though he was on 3 or 4 goals up at Christmas. No one was complaining. Why? Because Saka was scoring goals and getting loads of assists, and Martinelli was on fire that season, arguably better than Saka. So there was never a problem with the 9 when both the wingers were performing. Hence why when Liverpool had Firmino in the 9, not scoring 30 goals, there was never a problem because they had Salah and Mane both putting up serious numbers. There was never a problem. So having a number 9 that you could just whip the ball into the box to so he can miss 5 chances and score 2 a game, that's not the answer for us. The structure for Arsenal is there. The structure for Arsenal is there right now.
He has a point, actually.
The thing is, Dylan, what you're saying, I get what you're saying, and yes, I do think Cunha would do better than Havertz up top. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just comparing what you're building in comparison to what I would build, and I'm sorry, my outcome is stronger than yours. Yeah, if you bring in Cunha, I'm not worried like that. I'll be looking at it and saying, yes, these men they've missed out. And
don't be, because no one was worried about us when we brought in Jesus, and then all of a sudden we were playing the best football we've ever played. No one was worried about us when we had Jesus, and he scored 3 goals up until the World Cup. But everyone was why was everyone so devastated when Jesus got injured before the World Cup? Why do people constantly go back and talk about that Jesus version we had up before the World Cup when he got injured? Why do people constantly go back? Because he only had 3 goals. He only had 3 goals up, I think the last game before the World Cup was November the 6th, if I'm not wrong, or November the 12th before the World Cup started. I think it started around then. Yeah,
big up Nathan.
He only had 3 or 4 goals. So why do people constantly go back and reminisce about that Jesus that we had in that period? If scoring goals is the be all and end all, why do people constantly talk about it?
This is the point that I'm making here. Add to the structure, not rebuild the structure. Right? You're trying to change. You're trying to change the style of play up there, right?
I'm not. You're trying to change the style of play. You're saying Arsenal need to change it.
Actually, it's the other way around, Don. It's the other way. He's trying to keep the same way that Arsenal have played over the last 2 seasons, without a true number 9, with a false 9 like a Jesus or a Havertz or whatever. But what you are trying to say is that change that and get a Haaland-ilk player, a striker, a true number 9 in the box, to try to make that guy is the main scorer for Arsenal.
And that's what I said. And that's what I said. They won't sign that type of player because that's not Arsenal's style of play. Arteta's not playing that football.
How I'm looking at it, right? When you brought in Aubameyang, you had a good attack with Aubameyang. You had a good striker who was scoring you a lot of goals, but your defense used to let you down, right? How I'm looking at it now, you've got a very good defense. Therefore, bro, bring in a striker, and your team's basically done. Like now, you can actually go And,
There isn't
and,
another Aubameyang on planet Earth
playing,
right now. There isn't another Aubameyang on planet Earth.
well, yeah, but there's better options up there than
Aubameyang was
Cunha.
top 3 strikers on the planet when he was at Arsenal Football Club. There isn't another Aubameyang.
Yeah, but bro,
Aubameyang had
there's
it all.
better options than Cunha. That's what I'm saying. There's better options up there than Cunha.
Not for the way we play.
Yeah, but you can play in different ways, bro, with a striker.
Only person you could argue
You can't.
Your
team can't play different ways without a striker.
That's not happening.
What team? My team.
Yeah, you go back to you go back to type with every manager. Every manager you go back to type where you have a big target man. Every single manager.
Yeah, listen, Chelsea, you already know Chelsea.
You don't need to. That's what I mean. You don't need to play like that, but you do.
No, but I don't get the point you're making, bro. What's the point you're making?
Well, you're trying to say to him that his team isn't going to do well unless he gets a number 9. Well, they've done perfectly fine without a number 9. And
they haven't won the league, have they? They haven't won the league. They're trying to get over the line round. They're trying to win the league, bro.
Because Havertz is shit. Havertz is a shit footballer. He's shit.
Hold on. You were propping up, the results that you were getting in the second half of last season, right? Havertz second half of last season, especially when he got moved from midfield, was firing, right? So you can't have it both ways. Don't say Havertz is shit and then say, oh yeah, last season we were firing, because he was part of that firing, bro. He was scoring a lot of goals.
And what did I tell you 45 minutes ago? When did we lose the league? We didn't lose the league in that period. That 2-0 loss to Villa at home. That's not when we lose the league. No one expects a team to go unbeaten from New Year to the second half of the season. No one does that. No one does. That's not the expectation. We lost the league when we went to Fulham and West Ham on the bounce and lost twice. That is when we lost the league. When we went to Villa and Newcastle earlier on in the season, again, both with our full strength team, and lost to Villa and Newcastle. Those games are where we lost the league, not losing to Villa at home, a quality Villa side that ended up getting Champions League football, had Ollie Watkins up top. Like that is not where we lost the league. That's a perfectly reasonable result. This is football. Those games happen. Those games where you lose 2 on the bounce, the West Ham and Fulham, that's inexcusable, because losing a 1-off to Villa and a great Villa team as well. Trossard misses a sitter in the first half. It happens. That's football. That's a sport. But losing to West Ham at home, in front of your home fans, you got the whole away end laughing at Rice because he's given away penalties, and then the bounce back is going to Fulham. You know what it is? The bounce back from that game is going to Fulham and losing. That's where you lose the league. Not
was this last year.
I'm just looking at it right now. Yeah, that's quite risky. Yeah. It's for me.
Well, do you know what's really funny? It happened this season as well.
No.
They had many injuries.
Dropped points against the same teams.
Yeah, they did. West Ham, Newcastle.
That's not an Arsenal thing. That's a managerial thing. Because if you're doing it each season against Fulham and West Ham and Villa,
many times. I walked out of St James's with my mates, and I said, at the end of the day,
you've got a problem there.
At the end of the day, Arteta has been to St James's about 4 or 5 times now, and he has not learnt his lesson. Ever since lockdown, when St James's had fans here, we won. We lost there 2-0 when Champions League was on the line. We went and won there when the pressure was off, but then, that was only because we scored really early and killed the crowd. That game was nothing game anyway. The league was done, and Newcastle had nothing to play for. We lost there 2-0 when there was pressure on. We lost there last year when we needed to win the league, and then we lost there again this season 3 years in a row. Three times, 4 times, not scored. And then we went there in the Carabao Cup and lost again as well. There are places we just can't seem to win. Newcastle is one of those places.
It's all about the window and how Arsenal will approach. I believe Arsenal will get a Cisco and get a left winger. Tyler, big up Tyler for dropping the 30. Big up Tyler. Thank you, Tyler, so much. Appreciate you so much for all the support in the channel. Thank you. Appreciate you so much. Big up Tyler, of course. But listen, people, we're not going to keep the guys for long. This has been a great show. I know the competition got heated at the end. I think we'll continue the conversation later, but I know the guys have to go. I want to appreciate everyone.
Can I just mention something about the Salah Virgil van Dijk thing? Because you kind of dropped that in at the start and I spoke about it.
Go ahead.
I think if Virgil van Dijk and Salah stay, we win the league next season.
Yes, I agree. I genuinely agree with this. Yes. And I believe actually Liverpool will be dominant next season if they stay. And if we get a strike,
we can close that gap, man. We can close that gap. I'm telling you, bro. Because even though our defense can improve, even though our defense can improve, even if we had someone like a Wisa up top instead of Jackson in that Christmas period, we're a lot closer.
You are close, but I still think that Liverpool are I
The
still think
Leicester team that won the league in
miles ahead of
2016
you.
dominated more than this Liverpool team. That Leicester team dominated more than this Liverpool team has dominated. This Liverpool team has only won the league because everyone else has been so bad. They've not won the league.
Oh my
because they're-
God. Are we going
They've
there
won the
again?
league because
I'm
everyone
telling
else is so
you,
bad.
no,
Mate, you're out of
no,
every
I'm
single
telling you,
competition. We
no,
can't
no,
pretend
no,
this
no,
is a
no.
super team.
Now,
No.
Dylan,
Why are we
how-
pretending this
how-
Liverpool
how-
team is a super team just because they've got Mohamed Salah in there?
Well,
This
yeah,
Liverpool
are
team,
you-
it's like Man
okay,
City last year.
are you
going to
finish on 97 points?
We only lost the league because we lost
you gonna
to like
finish
a
on
top-
97
no,
points?
Man City were 1 point of a trophy-less season. You've won nothing this season other than the league, and that's because everyone has been poor. Nottingham Forest are third, and we've had all of our good players injured. Like, it happens. That's football. Fair enough.
Yeah,
you
but-
won the league. No one
but
can take that
no,
away
no.
from you.
It's
You won the
only
league.
the
You finally
Is that
finally
it?
got a
It's
Premier
only
League
the
trophy without
league.
an asterisk above it. You finally got
I'm
a Premier League
glad
trophy without an
that
asterisk.
Dylan
Fair
said that.
enough.
I'm glad that Dylan said that, yeah, because when I've been telling Mo, yeah, that Chelsea will never compete if we can't keep our main players fit. These Arsenal fans used to just laugh. You're not going to compete regardless, right? What's happened this season? This is the first time when Arsenal have actually had a lot of injuries to their key players, right?
And we've still
The first year they competed, bro, Liverpool don't look at this as a challenge, blood. You know, challenge them for a little bit and they're just running away with it now, yeah? But what the point that I'm making, right, is the first 2 years when you competed, you barely had any injuries to your key players. Most of the time, it's the same 11, right? That's how you build chemistry, and that's how you remain. That's how you remain as a strong team, right?
That's not true.
Liverpool
We had
this season-
Partey out the whole of
Liverpool
last
this
season,
season-
and we had.
But you had Declan
Saliba
Rice.
out for the
You had
last
Declan
months of the
Rice.
season.
But you had Rice. You had Rice there, though. You brought in Rice. Even though Partey wasn't there, you still had Rice there, right? Yeah, and you said he's a big player. That's what you said earlier. We both said that.
There's 3 players in the midfield.
Yeah, but bro, you've literally just said that Liverpool been able to maintain fitness. That's what they've been able to do. Because
We've
without
had loads of
Salah,
injuries, by the
without
way.
Salah-
No one can
We
take
had
away the
loads
fact
of
that they've won the
injuries.
league. They've won the league fair and square. I'm just saying that when Mo's talking about Liverpool dominating next season, that's far from the case. This Liverpool team stink.
Yeah.
Like
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that either. I don't think they'll dominate, bro. Like the gap to close Liverpool, it's honestly not hard.
We've scored more goals than you. We've conceded less goals than
No
every other
shit.
team
Look at
apart
us.
from
No
Forest and
shit.
you.
No shit. You've scored more
And
goals
we
than us.
stink.
Look at us.
Yeah,
Yes.
we really stink. Yeah, really stinky.
Yeah,
team.
but every
Yeah.
single
I'm telling you,
competition.
man, that gap ain't hard to close, bro. I'm telling you, serious. That's why everyone's got to be serious, bro. Between Jota, Diaz, and Nunes, they've scored
Plymouth,
3 goals. They've
Newcastle,
scored
and a
3
PSG
goals.
team.
Moreno
This
scored
PSG
more
Hold on,
goals
Dylan.
than those
That's
three.
poor.
Hold on, Dylan.
That's
Hold on,
poor.
Dylan. Yeah. Hold on,
Plymouth,
Dylan.
Newcastle, and this PSG team. That's poor, man.
Dylan, listen to this.
Well,
bro.
you can talk about Newcastle.
Can I get Don? What are you saying,
Hold on,
Don?
hold on. I want to say something before we finish up.
Guys, before we finish up, Don, go ahead.
Bro, Jota, Diaz, and
Hilarious.
Nunes have scored 3 goals in their last 41 games, bro. Yeah.
Shocking.
Mikel Merino has 4 goals in his last 7 games, right? So you take Salah out, and bro, you're with us.
Yes,
Go with
see, but here is the problem, Don. Mack started by saying one thing: if we keep Salah and Van Dijk, nobody from Liverpool is saying that if we don't keep Salah and Van Dijk, it's done. They must keep Salah and Van Dijk, Don.
Yeah, but
They
I said it is easy to see how we can close the gap. Chelsea buy a striker, we fix our defense. We are closing that gap, right? We are closing that gap.
Okay, but you're assuming Liverpool will not buy a top striker as well.
You're still going to be
Listen,
like
they could do that. They could do that. They
behind.
can do that as much as they want. But when you look at all the metrics, right, it always happens to be Chelsea and Liverpool, Chelsea and Liverpool, Chelsea and Liverpool. You know what I mean? I know we haven't been playing great lately, but bro, when you're not that far off. I'm telling you, you're not that far off. I've seen better title winning teams than this. I've seen better title winning teams than this, bro.
All right. Anyway, let's see, people. This is a great show. Don CFC in the description. Big up Don for joining. Appreciate you so much. K-Mac channel. Dylan White on TikTok, on Instagram as well. AFC Dylan on YouTube. It's tagged in the description as well. Big up everybody that joined us. This has been an amazing and a great show. Thank you everyone for the support and the donations as well. I will see you guys soon. We're out of here, people.
Up the Reds.
Make sure to wait here because we're going to Hussam title race video, of course.